Well, it's Monday morning finish line. It's Labor Day. It's September 3rd. It's Mike Newman, and I saw some of you at Fenton. You thought I was going to be at Hinsdale, but hold on a second. Yep. Now, do we have to delay the show for 30 minutes since there was thunder and lightning? No, I'm kidding. Oh, that got old yesterday. Let's put it that way, or Saturday, or I'm taping this on Sunday like I usually do. I want to go into some of the meets, and we will talk about some of the meets that happened. I wanted to talk about Hinsdale, St. Charles, and Lyons Township, but their meets got canceled. You can't blame it on the coaches or anything they're hosting the meets. You know, you can look at the administrators that are gun shy, that we talked about a few years ago with the IHSA, where they made a knee-jerk reaction. Oh, there's a thunderstorm in Wichita, Kansas. We got to speed the track meet up. And this time it was just, it was knee-jerk reaction USA. Let's put it that way. So I'm at Hinsdale, and you could hear the thunder, and I've gotten emails from parents, and parents that are just making comments. Why were these meets canceled? I don't know the answer. Knee-jerk reactions. I don't know. But asking, you know, don't they use technology to figure this out? And I'm questioning that too. I mean, I felt bad for the kids at Hinsdale Central, because Hinsdale Central, you're not close to a school like at LT Lyons or at Fenton, where you can go inside the school. You had shelter there. You have field houses. Great. At Hinsdale and St. Charles, you have to climb back on your bus. And that must have stunk, because it was like at Hinsdale, nothing against the Hinsdale officials, but it was like Hogan's Heroes. It was, oh, Colonel Hogan, your men must get back on the bus. We don't want them to get hurt. Guards there. You cannot get off the bus. What are you doing getting off the bus? Let's go back on the bus. You're going to get hurt. What's going to happen? They're going to get hit by a 10-pound pigeon or something? Or, oh no, they may have to go into concussion protocol if they get hit in the head by a raindrop. Huh. That's my daughter. I can wait for a few minutes on that. Now I'm distracted. So it was just kind of crazy. They had a coaches meeting. They were about ready to let the kids back on the course at Hinsdale, and then they heard another thunder and lightning thing. So you have the tech end of it, where they could have been checking this. You know, technology's improved greatly. You know, the weather forecast that I saw and that I kept checking said, well, the rain should end by 10:30, and it did. I mean, at Fenton, it was gone. It was dripping a little bit, but put that over there. But I felt bad for the kids that didn't get a chance to race. And I'll tell you right now, Catherine Lake was in great shape. And when we left, there was hardly any rain. It poured for a little bit, for 5 minutes, when they kind of put the kibosh on the meet. But the creek didn't rise. The creek was at a good level. It was good getting your feet wet level. So didn't run those meets. I went to LT. Hey, and there was a disturbing thing at LT. I get in there, and they had just canceled the meet, and there were kids that were cheering that the meet was canceled. What, are you nuts? I want to be surrounded by kids that are ready to race and like want to get out there. Let's get muddy. Let's race. Let's compete. And that's what we saw at Fenton. And 2 great races. They combined, did all into 2 races. Boys race, girls race. Here's the end of the boys race.
And it's caving. Rory Caven, Glenbard West, 15:15:01. 14:03.
Wow, what a great! It was a great race. When I drove over, I'm like, I'm gonna get to see Hersey run. I didn't think I was gonna get to see them run until Richard Spring, and got a chance to see Glenbard West run. Both teams look good. I mean, there's little things here and there. I'm going to write about that a little bit. But Hersey has a solid 4, and they're going to look for a 5th. Glenbard West has a solid 8, but they need to get their pack. O'Brien ran pretty good. He was their 3rd runner. But they need to move their pack up a little bit more to be a dangerous team. They're getting there, but it's the first meet of the season. Give me a break. Hold it. Oh, those clouds are getting dark. They're going to the. It was lightning and thunder from the storms that had passed, going to the north, and they're going, oh, another 30 minutes. Let's use some. Would it be a novelty if athletic directors or school administrators used common sense? Oh well, I'm in trouble now. The boys race was good. Hersey, as they were coming in, Hersey and Glenbard West were eyeball to eyeball. I thought it was going to be a few points, and they were tied in Glenbard West because of their depth. I think they had 6 runners in before Hersey's 5th. So that paid off a little bit. Hersey strong through 4. I think they had like a 3-4 point advantage through 4 runners. Methner looked good. Caven, strong kick. Great race by both teams. Hey, they're going to be in the trophy hunt unless they get injuries or something like that. 2 good squads to watch for in the coming months. On the girls' side, it was Downerscript South. Jeez, 7 runners, 7 runners in the top 11. Give me a break. They won pretty easily, I think. Prospect, Oak Park River Forest, 2nd and 3rd. So I've been asked, are we going to be doing rankings this week? Yeah, we are. I think that we'll talk through some of these other races, but I don't think the coaches poll. ITGA's going to do a coaches poll this week. There won't be that many changes in the first 15. There are changes, a bunch of changes on the girls' side from 14 to 25. On the boys' side, not so much so. Little changes in 3A. I don't know about 2A or 1A yet. So what else? Granite City. Big meet. Temperatures were just up there. They said the heat index was about 87 degrees for the boys' race, over 90 degrees for the girls' race. Andrew O'Keefe, 15-10 winning that race. Abby Korak from Edwardsville wins the girls' race. Jenna Schwartz of Waterloo, defending 2A champ, flew sick this week, so why run her? And especially in those conditions like that. Let her rest, let her get recovered. She'll be kicking butt in the next few races once she gets healthy. St. Louis University, we'll see them at Palatine at the end of September. They won the meet by, I think, 5 points over Edwardsville and O'Fallon. And John Burnett, O'Fallon, emails me before the season starts, Mike, don't rank us at all. We don't deserve to be ranked. Well, they're only 2 points away from Edwardsville. Edwardsville didn't run all of their top guys, and I don't think O'Fallon did either, but I have to consider moving O'Fallon in there now. I don't know if we're going to do that or not, but so another thing too, whenever a freshman finishes in the top 5 in a varsity race, that you need to take note of that. And Fiker Rosen of Quincy, he finishes 5th, which is pretty good for a freshman. So let's not blow it out of proportion when he breaks Jorge Torres's record, middle school record at state, 943, 948. But Rosen was peaking at the right moment. This was his first big meet. Well, he ran a meet at Moline the week before, and he got 5th in this race. For his first big race, that's pretty good. he'll be up there when the time is right. Once he's going to get some experience, he'll get some racing experience. He's at Springfield Lanphier this Saturday, and then the following Saturday is at Peoria Notre Dame. So we'll see how he does. It's growth, freshman, but 5th place for a freshman. That's pretty good. Where else? Chrisman Cow Chip. Dave Beam had a great highlight video. You gotta check that out that we have on ILXCTF. Tolono Unity didn't run Evelyn Atkins, and they didn't run Jordan Harmon. Dave said that Jordan looked pretty good, but didn't race. She's getting close to getting back to racing. But Unity is so deep right now. I think they're 10 deep, and they won the meet easily. St. Joseph Ogden didn't have a runner in either flight 6 or flight 7. So they weren't scored, but they look good. Where else? What else do we want to talk about? At Charleston, Muhammad Seymour, I want to see how they run the next few weeks. They have, they won the race, and I mean the field wasn't that strong. Danville held a bunch of runners back. They're ranked. I mean, you have Charleston 2nd and Champaign Central 3rd. So, I mean, you have Matthias Powell won by 39 seconds over Michael Mormon of Danville. And, but Muhammad Seymour's 2, 3, 4 are soft freshmen, excuse me. So, and their 5th runner, Bryson Keeble, was their 5th runner. That's going to change, and I'm sure they were tempoing it, trying to keep the pack together. Like I said, first week of September. What else? Crystal Lake South, I don't know if it was a tempo run on the hills of Veteran Acres, but Belvedere North looked pretty good. We'll see them next week at Peoria. So, good start for them. And what else? Yeah, that's about it, I think. Not a lot of gangbuster meets to really talk about this week, but I'm sure I will be flapping my gums next weekend if it doesn't rain in Peoria. So, big meet next week, with 2 big meets. We have 3. Wakanda, Wheaton Warrenville South will be up there. Lake Park, you see Glenbard West there. Most likely the debut of Caitlin Hart. Joliet Central is a good meet. Plainfield South, Oswego on the girls' side, York on the boys' side, and then you have first to the finish over 200 schools. Just you see some of the top teams in 1A. We'll put the rankings out on Tuesday. You can see where the schools are going in that meet, and then we'll give you a preview also. But you have 1A, Eureka makes a debut. You don't have Tolono Unity, you don't have St. Joe Ogden, but you do have Rock Falls, and we'll see how they run. They look pretty good in the first race on their home course. And we get to see Emma Argo. We'll see what kind of position she's in. Last year she was 15th in this race. This year, we'll see. Defending state champion in 1A. 2A races, we talked about Belvedere North on the girls' side. On the boys' side, really up for grabs. And 3A girls is the race to watch. It's going to be a fun race to watch between top 3 teams in the state. Down or south has a nice path. Can they face the front running from can they deal with the front running from Naperville North, Yorkville, Batavia with Schlenker, the freshman. Like I said, we'll have the teams that are going to be running there to get you ready for that. Boys side, Glenbard West will be there. Hinsdale Central will be there. Neuqua Valley will not be there. Neuqua Valley's at Forest Park. Ooh, at St. Louis. So, I think I've said all I wanted to say. Maybe we have more race stuff to talk about instead of me complaining about administrators or whatever. Who knows? Lightning delay. Oh boy. That means I have to stop. So, Hydrate this week. It's going to be a warm week, humid week. Get ready for the races. I think basically almost all the teams in the state, not all the teams in the state, but a bunch of teams will be making their first race of the year down in Peoria, so it'll be interesting to watch them. So, hey, and one more thing too. I was able to purchase one of these beautiful T-shirts from, and not too many were sold because we got canceled. So check with Hinsdale Central. If you want one of those shirts, check with Hinsdale Central. Check with Hinsdale South, Jim Dickerson, and they'll get you set up. Collector's item, the race didn't run, so who knows. Okay, so until the next time we talk, have a great week. And this is Mike Newman from Monday Morning Finish Line. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.